Today's discussion on Open Line is to focus on the comment made by Idris HK, the SDP candidate for Kogi East senatorial election, during his appearance on Ankpa Radio and Television. We are going to be speaking to one of the spokespersons of Chief Dr. Joseph Erico, that is the person of Comr Abubakar, who will provide a detailed response, clarify key issues, and present the facts to the people of Kogi East. Stay tuned for an engaging conversation with Comr Abubakar. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
This is John Timothy speaking from Palmland Television.
Oh, John Timothy, you are welcome.
So am I speaking to Comr Hamza Abubakar?
Yes.
Now, there have been a trending story on going across the world right now, and the story is about the statement made by Honorable Idris HK.
Okay.
And the statement was that Chief Dr. Joseph Erico is not his main opposition ahead of the 2027 senatorial election.
Okay.
And he also added that before 12 noon, the election is done and dusted. So what can you say about that?
Okay, thank you, John Timothy. But what do you expect from him? It's easier, said than done. And then I want to start from where he was saying that Chief Erico is not a known name in Kogi East. If he's saying this, it means he's a new politician, or he has not been following with trends of events, from 2015 to date. If he's following trends of events, he will know that Chief Erico was a former gubernatorial aspirant of the PDP in 2019. He went into primaries along with Musa Wada. He went into primary with Musa Wada in 2019. You understand? So for him to just come and say that he's hearing Erico's name for the first time, it's not something some of us will take serious. You understand? Then another thing I want to say that Idris HK is somebody that have, in his own way contributed his quota. Yes. To development of Igala land. Yes, so we have a lot of expectation from him. We know he's a comrade. He's somebody we expect. He has the love of his people at heart. Yes. So we are seeing him as a future leader. Yes. So, but it is unfortunate for him that I believe it's one of his first appearance in one of our local radio television. Okay. I watched it in yesterday when he was after introducing himself, he just went ahead, and started hailing Senator Idris HK of the APC. Okay. So I don't expect that from him. People were expecting him to present his blueprints to the good people of Kogi East. Okay. You understand? People were expecting him to tell these people the problems he has identified in the East, and the blueprint that he has designed to tackle those problems head on. So those are the things people are expecting. People are expecting to tell the good people of Kogi what he has come with on board, to the table of governance. You understand? So then for him to not wake up and say before 12 o'clock he's going to beat Chief Erico with which structure?
But honorable sir.
Then Mr. Timothy. Thirdly, he made reference that Senator Idris HK is another statement. He have helped people, and all that. I want to let him know that it is that of HK that he knows. Some of us were with HK in 2011 when he declared for governorship. We are aware of the good things he did when he was at Afribank. You understand? It's not as if he gave many people jobs in Afribank now. There's not anybody from Alamaboro that can testify that he got jobs through HK. Okay. I don't like him up. How many jobs are there in a bank that you can even give people? You understand? So you cannot compare him with Chief Erico. Chief Erico is a captain of industry. He's an employer of labor. This is somebody that have employed thousands of Nigerians. You understand? In his security company. This is somebody that for over 2 decades, he took his time to establish one of the most successful security organizations today, one of the multinational companies in Nigeria. You understand? So when you're talking about administration, when we're talking about real administration, you cannot compare somebody who is a captain of industry, who is an employer of labor, and somebody who was just an employee of an organization. Yes, he brings inside Jojo. He brings inside Jojo is one of our respected stakeholders. We respect him, of course. You understand? So, but you should know that, now it is the time of Chief Erico. It is the time of Ampa Federal Constituency. The primary election of the APC has been done and dusted.
Okay.
You understand? So I don't expect Idris HK, to come and start campaigning for a candidate, an aspirant of another party who has already failed the primary election. Okay. You understand? So it's like he aligning with failure immediately, even before the election. Because you started hailing that somebody who has already failed the primary election, of his party.
Okay. Honorable sir.
Yes.
In Kogi East, Idris HK is a big name. Like he has done so many projects for the people across Kogi East. You can hear me?
Yes.
So a lot of borehole water project has been done through him, and so many people are singing his praises. And at least from what I've been seeing on social media, he has the backing of the people. So if I may clearly add, like the senatorial candidate of the APC, that Chief Dr. Joseph Erico, can you tell us some of the projects that he has been able to do for his people that some people might not have idea of?
Okay, starting with Idris HK, yes, he has one or two developmental footprints, in some local governments of Kogi East. That one is something is undeniable. You understand? So, but before he started this project, before he started those philanthropic gestures, in Igala land, some of us questioned him on the media. We were asking whether he's doing this thing for political reason or he's just doing it for philanthropy. That as at then, he made reference that he have no interest, he's not doing anything for political interest. Okay. But unfortunately today, the reverse is the case with regard to that statement. Okay. You understand? So, but for Chief Erico, long before now, yes, for decades, he has been doing philanthropic. He has been extending philanthropic gestures, okay, to people of Kogi East. Okay. If you are assisting people, if you want to assist people, you are assisting people in the area that you have the power. Yes. You understand? The major area that I will start with, is the area of human development. That is employment opportunities. Okay. You can hardly find anybody who can match Erico in terms of job creation. That's that in Kogi East. Okay. You should first go to his Lagos head office. You find out, the population of the Igala that are serving in risk trackers in Lagos. Also go to Abuja office, go to Kano, Port Harcourt, go to all the offices. I can tell you if Erico is having 20,000 personnel, you should be assured that about 10,000 plus of those personnel are from the Igala extraction. Okay. You understand? So for me, in this part of the world that we come from, the first development you bring to the people is human development. Okay. He has started from there. Then starting from his local government, he has contributed, he has built borehole for his community. Okay. He has rehabilitated the water in Oko. He has contributed his quota there. If you go to Ogugu, he has developmental footprints to show. He contributed in the building, of the security, provision of security facilities, okay, for the security of the boundary in Ogugu. He contributed, to the building of the divisional headquarters in Imani. He contributed a series of vehicles. The same gesture he also extended across the 9 local governments of Kogi East. Okay. This thing is something you can confirm. Okay. You understand? Yes. So, Erico, in terms of developmental, footprints in Kogi East, there is none of them that can match him. Okay. I cannot deny they have done their part, of course. Yes. Development, is the responsibility of all. It's a collective. If all the philanthropists, all the politicians, come together, for the interest of development of Kogi, it will be for the benefit of all of us. It will be for the benefit of the ordinary people of Kogi East. Do you understand? So, but for now, there is none of them. None of them can match, the footprints of Erico, as far as Kogi East politics is concerned. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that clarification. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you very much for speaking with us today. Thank you. It was nice having you on our regular show on Palmland Television. We are looking forward to hosting you live again. Thank you, John Timothy. You are welcome. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And you too.